What's up, everybody? Dr. Wilkins here, the Angry Viking Therapist. You know, I have yet to meet a cop or a firefighter or a military member or a public safety member that regrets taking care of themselves mentally and physically. I've met a lot of those individuals that regret not taking care of themselves mentally and physically. I'm just leaving the gym today, and here at the gym are some of my local law enforcement officers, and I love seeing them in here because they're keeping up on their promise, one, of taking care of themselves, two, of taking care of themselves for their family, three, of taking care of themselves for their community. They're following through on what they promised that they would be. They're following through on taking care of themselves. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of everybody else. Let's be clear about that. Just because you can think you can put aside taking care of yourself in order to help other people, you're fooling yourself. Your time is coming. Your time of having trouble physically and mentally is coming. You should be in here, in the gym, or at your home, eating the right foods, feeding yourself the right way, taking care of yourself physically, whether it's the calisthenics, whether it's the running, whether it's the weightlifting, whatever it is you do for yourself. This is a battle, folks. If you don't think this is a battle, just look at January for the number of officers killed. We're at the last day of the month when I filmed this. How many officers have been killed? This is a battle. Now, it doesn't have to be us against them. That's not what I'm telling you. It doesn't have to be us against them. When it comes to our physical safety, it may feel that way. And you do have to take care of yourself because you know that they won't do it for you. But it doesn't have to be us against them battle. But it is a battle, folks. Remember those dash cams you watched on the first day of the academy, officers? Do you remember the fires that you watched coverage of, firefighters? Do you remember the battles on YouTube and through cameras and that you saw in training? Do you remember those? This is a battle, folks. Make no mistake about it. This is a battle. And every day you should be doing something to better your brain, your body, and your behaviors. If you're not doing those things, you're failing on keeping the word that you said that you would keep. Now, this applies to more than just public safety and military. But as a former law enforcement officer of 15 years, I never regretted taking care of myself physically. I will tell you I failed miserably in taking care of myself emotionally. I failed in taking care of myself spiritually. I failed in taking care of myself mentally. And many of you know my story. It ended up with me losing my job, losing my career, the thing I love, the thing I knew how to do. Now, luckily for me, it became a pretty cool story. I get to do this now. I'm a trauma specialist. I'm a high-risk career specialist, a high-stress career specialist, a specialist in adults with childhood trauma. And I'll tell you, they look very similar. All of those things take a special person to understand. That doesn't mean that you have to have those things in your past to be a good psychotherapist or a good coach or a good counselor for the groups of people. Not at all. But it does mean that I know. And it means that I know that you know that you're not doing it correct, folks. That you're not taking care of yourself like you're supposed to. And I'm not talking about having a ripped six-pack of abs. I know what you have to eat. I know what your schedule is like. I'm not talking about bodybuilding to get on stage. If that's your stress relief, then good. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to take care of the people around you. And how dare you sign up for law enforcement, for fire, for EMS, for dispatch, for military, for any job that protects us. How dare you sign up and make that promise that you'll protect us and not follow through in what it'll take? How dare you? Plenty of other jobs out there you don't have to take care of yourself. Plenty. It gives me such pride when I look out in this parking lot and I see police cruisers and I see fire department stickers. We'll leave that joke for another video. And I see people that are taking care of themselves. I see members of the military. Because those people are upholding their promise. Those people are upholding their promise to take care of themselves physically. But I also wonder in addition to the physical? Are they taking care of themselves? Are they upholding the promise to take care of themselves mentally? Are you? That doesn't mean you have to have 15 therapy sessions a week. What are you doing to better your mindset? What are you doing to deal with the trauma? If you've lived in this life for any amount of time, I promise you have trauma. But quit comparing traumas. It doesn't have to be 9/11 size or car crash or gunfight size. Trauma is something that our brain can't handle. It splits us apart. It splits us into the apparently normal personality that can handle that stuff, that can take clues, that can do what needs to be done, and our emotional person, our emotional personality that can't, so it shuts that off. It pushes that over here. Well, guess which one of those rears its ugly head? Guess which one of those becomes the filter for the things that we see today and our expectations for the future? Not the one that can always handle it. What are you doing about the emotional personality? What are you doing about taking care of yourself emotionally? What are you doing about taking care of yourself spiritually, whether that's theology or whether that's just spiritual of the earth? What are you doing? What are you doing in failing to keep your promise to your country, to your community, to your family, to your friends? If you're not taking care of yourself, you are failing. You're failing. I see a group of people here that aren't. It's not about the gym, but it's about these people taking the step to put themselves in strong physical condition for the fight, in strong physical condition for the long fight. I just recently finished a seminar, post-critical incident seminar, with officers from all around the place, all around the Commonwealth, that have been involved in critical incidences. Some are hurting, some are not. And these are men and women that decided I need a little bit extra help. Whether they were in a horrible place or they were just struggling a little. These are men and women that said, you know, I'm probably doing okay on going to work side. I'm not doing so good on the emotional side. I think I need a little booster. Some people may need more than that. Some people need a direct EMDR therapy. I've talked about that before. If the normal personality and the emotional personality are still split, you can't contain the two or contain one of them. That's where EMDR therapy comes in at its best. It's my specialty, folks. There's hundreds of us, thousands of us across the nation. Doesn't have to be me. If it's me you want to talk to, go to my site, theangryvikingtherapist.com. It's right here. Go to my site from down in the comments and let's get hooked up. But ask yourself first, are you taking care of it? Are you taking care of what you said that you would take care of? Are you taking care of keeping in the promises? Are you taking care of keeping the person, the character that you said that you would be? It's real easy. Real easy to figure out. If you're hurting while listening to this, you're not taking care of it. Send me a message. Contact somebody locally to you. Let's get you back on track. Let's get you back to like the people that I'm looking at in front of me in these cruisers, of people that are keeping their promise, keeping their word. Don't just do it for you. I can sleep in all morning if it were for me. I do it for the people that I said that I would keep my character for. My community, my family, and you goofballs. I can't lead from the back, folks. That's a supervisor. I'm here to lead from the front, like any good leader should. Take care of yourself mentally and physically. Need some help? Website's down there. Let's go.